Mm.
Jesus sacrificed, right?
Right.
He was in danger. They put him to death. So, what governing body members facing death right now due to their faith? There's not one. They're behind a gate and bars, and they're telling you what you need to do with your life. And they took a parable and evolved it into what it is now. It never said that the faithful and discreet slave were many men or a group of men. It
Right.
was whomever was found doing the things in the will at the return of Yeshua. Would they be deemed at that time? Would they be deemed faithful and wise? Discreet is actually secretive. Um, it really should read faithful and wise slave because they've used the wisdom that was given them in order to take care of the domestics. And this wasn't, well, you're hungry, I'm going to give you a magazine. No, you're supposed to give physical things. When Jesus did the Sermon on the Mount, right? What was the
Right.
first thing that he did? He
Oh,
physically
he
fed
fed
people,
everyone. Yes.
right?
Fed
Because
everyone.
hungry
Yes.
people can't listen.
That's right.
Your ears are tied to your stomach. And if you're hungry, you can't hear. So
Right.
he physically fed them before he preached to them. So how
Right.
could your brother that's hungry be fed spiritually if his soul's not being fed physically?
That's right. Yes.
You can't do that. That's not what it's about. You know, I need to do both. I need to take care of you physically. So if it takes money, remember about the parable about the what was it? The
Talons?
no. It wasn't that.
You talking about
Uh
the woman with the
no, when the
coins?
man was beaten and left on the side of the road
Oh,
and he
you're talking about the I oh man, you gave me the
I don't
brain
even know
for it. You gave me the brain for it. The
the
Good
good
Samaritan.
Samaritan.
The Good
Right,
Samaritan.
right. So what did he do? He took out of his money and took care of a stranger. He
That's
didn't
right.
have to be a brother because Samaritans and Jews didn't really talk to each other. This is what made that parable so significant because he saw somebody that was in need. Now, does the
Right.
faithful and discreet slave take care of people and really take care of them? Is there a mechanism into which, if you're hungry and you're a brother and you're hungry, does the faithful and discreet slave feed you?
No, no, and no, and I never witnessed it where they actually, if someone's losing their house, and the millions and billions of dollars that they have in their accounts, I never heard of them helping someone with their mortgage or something like
Right.
that.
So they'll show up during a disaster and have a JW.org semi truck pull up, but that's easy to do. Then
Right.
there's a lot of religious organizations that do that. But on the day to day, do they even take care of their fellow brothers? Much less anybody that's outside of the organization that needs help. So if you're not taking care of your brothers inside of the organization, now you're taking billions of dollars, you're taking people's property when they die, money, people donate. And I know this personally that has happened to people that they send people in order when they die, they donate their funds, houses, life insurance policies, and all that, besides the donations that come in. What are they doing with that? Are they using that to take care of the widows
To
and the
shepherd the
orphans
flock.
and to help shepherd the flock? They always tell you, oh, it's about the worldwide work. Well, no, it isn't. Because if you have all these volunteers doing it for free, where's the money going? There's no mechanism to help people. So when you're losing your house, they're not there, you know? And when you really get sick and down and out, because a lot of this, for you to be in good standings, requires you to be in good standings.
Mm,
But
yeah.
suppose you're not able to go out and preach and teach. Remember, everybody's not to be an evangelizer. or a
That's right.
prophet or serving in that capacity. It doesn't take that. That's not
Right.
part of the deal that you have to do this every. So when the apostles were going out and preaching to people, were they going out and preaching to other preachers? No,
They
it
were
was people that were
they were
Hebrews,
people that were, yes.
right? The apostles were only going to the lost sheep of Israel,
Elder lost, yes. That's right.
right? He only coming to the lost sheep of Israel.
It even
He didn't
says,
come to the world.
right. He even says, do not go enter yea into the Gentiles.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that's I think that's going to be our next video also, because I want to tackle that Jew nor Greek in our next
Right.
video.
Right. And one of the things that'll clarify that up is Romans 11, the 11th chapter. I had sent you that. And when you read that, that's a clarification of the grafting in, who's the other sheep, and the
Right.
grafting in of the branches,
Right.
you know. And
Yes.
these are the things that don't get taught. They're not going to teach you these things.
No.
The grafting in is the Gentiles being grafted into the natural branches that are the Israelites or the Hebrews.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
And that chapter clearly explains exactly that. You read the
That's
whole
right.
thing, it's as clear as a bell, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
You
Yes.
we don't get into whole chapters and verses and things like that. We jump around, you know.
Yes.
And for those that are witnesses, ex witnesses, and stuff like that, what you have to understand is this: all the studying that you have to do to prepare for a meeting takes you away from what the scripture reads. Because I can guarantee you've never read the whole chapter on the parable of the faithful and discreet slave. You
That's
haven't read
right.
that one,
That's right.
you know.
That's
Um,
right.
these are things that you haven't read, and so it's always taken out of context because you don't understand. So how does one scripture come with this organization of 8, 12 people sitting in a box telling you what to do,
Right.
right?
Right. Instead of
That's
seeking instead of making the truth your own.
excuse me. Yeah. And that's why you have to do your own study. You have to do your own research. And you have to read the Bible for what it says and not what people tell you it says. Not even me, not even Giffy. You have to take and research the stuff you're on your own in order to really be able to grasp what it is that's being said.
Right.
It's not up to us. We're only messengers. That's it. We're merely a vessel, no more than your pitcher of water, in your kitchen that you take and you move it and you transfer the water to another place. It's the same thing with us. We're only taking it, we're just vessels taking that word and bringing it to you. But we try to put it in simple layman's terms. You can get lost in the minutia of lingo and language and things like
That's
that. And a
right.
lot of it's just plain as day. But you
That's
got to
right.
read it, but you have to read it on your own. It's not up
Yes.
to me to do that, but I'll bring it to you so that
Right.
you can digest it slowly. People can give you a lot of things, but what happens is it's like having a bucket of water. If I give you too much information at one time, it doesn't do you any good. You may be thirsty, but a 5-gallon bucket of water is going to drown you, and you're still not going to quench your thirst
That's right.
because it's too much.
It's too
So what
much.
you have to do is you have to take it in small bits, take a glass of water at a time, and drink that glass of water, quench your thirst. You'll get thirsty again.
That's
Go
right.
grab another glass. Maybe by the end of the week, you'll have down 5 gallons, or in 2 weeks, you down to 5 gallons. But
Right.
that's what it is. It's not, I'm trying not to bombard people with too much information, but
Right.
relevant.